What's good, guys? So it's your boy DB and I'm back with that huge backlog of Grand Arena that I promised was coming. Now there's not going to be any webcam in these because they've all got like variable frame rates, and all that's going to happen is my webcam is going to go out of sync with what you're actually watching, so my commentary will come off, it'll start spoiling things, it'll be a total mess. But we're going to get through this backlog. You can catch my live current ones obviously on my Twitch channel, which will all eventually be ported here as soon as the backlog is done. My absence was explained in a recent video which I'll pop up here somewhere, and you can check that out. So let's get on with these videos, right? Let's get this backlog out of the way and get on with some new content. Let's do this. Okay guys, you're back with me for the final of the first bracket in season 2. Against, who's that, TEruO? I'll show you how we did against Hammer. Anyhow, he did not attack again. It was just like you saw in the last battle, he got to the back line, obviously went too heavy on defense, had nothing to beat those teams, and just tapped out. So here we go against TEruO. How's he done? First time, both of them teams, not particularly surprised. Yeah, didn't have any difficulty against my Nest team, which kind of sucks. He's battling at, oh yeah, I remember this guy actually. Yeah, he was battling at the same time I was. We had a good chat afterwards. But everything you see, he's going through very, very easily. So this is our high pressure one. We've got a Malik team. We've got a Calf team there. So usual job, go straight in on Malik. Can't mess around against this guy, clearly. Knows what he's doing. He's running through my squads and he's in the final. Little wiggle, see if this goes any better than the last 2 rounds did, because wow, neither of them went particularly great. Still got the wins, but to be fair, he's a gear 11 Bastila. She's never surviving that. Yeah, Malik's going. I could probably have just AoE'd there, but again, I've just played it safe. Just played it safe. Really want that Kyber 49 banners. I think that's 1 better than last time. Alright, so what did he even have on top? I didn't even look. I just kind of went straight into battle here. I must have been rushing this day. Jedi, and we got a clone team. The clone team is not particularly scary, to be fair. Not without Shakti in it. At this time, anyway. Nowadays, the Shak team doesn't really pose any threat to me. Yeah, looks like we're going Jedi Mirror. I didn't use Plo. Come on, man. Disappointing myself again. Jedi Mirror match. The dreaded match for many people. So many people hated this. They absolutely hated this. To me, to be honest, I didn't really like it either until I started using Plo. But then I started using him quite quickly. As soon as I was doing these battles, I was like, oh man, they're tedious. What can I do to change this? And just plugged him in after trying out Kit Fisto, Qui-Gon, a couple of the others. I just started going through every Jedi in my roster. And then stumbled across him. I was like, wow, this kit makes sense. These days, you could just use Ahsoka in his position, because obviously they reworked her. She hits like a bus. She heals, and she removes all the buffs. So yeah, probably a much better option than Plo now for anybody that's in a younger shard and is using Jedi against Jedi. Nice simple battle, 58 banners, just like last time. You know, it's not the optimal 60 you'd want, but I don't think Jedi can really get 60 against other Jedi, to be fair. That'd be quite difficult to do. I wouldn't want to risk undersizing. Which Zeta did he have? Oh, yeah, he had the important one as well. What did I do here? I genuinely do not remember. I'd probably use... Oh, okay, I went Galactic Republic. I can imagine I was a little bit nervous doing this, to be honest. I bet I used 3PO. I used Plo. Okay. I must have wanted to have an additional character to remove Taunt or something. I'm not sure why. Perhaps I just wanted to use Plo because he's cool. I don't know. I've always got room for Plo Koon. Even use him in my fleet arena these days. Old Ben. Okay, I must have been nervous, and I've used General Kenobi in the previous battle. Did I know how to play Padme at this point? I don't know. Apparently not. I was so new to Padme teams. As you can see, I was developing the team at the time. Had pretty much no time to play with it whatsoever. I was figuring things out as I went. These days, my Padme battles go really smoothly. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure some of you remember my live streams just before the house move drama all began. What are you doing? Okay. She's just such a noob. It's so hard watching myself back sometimes. I can imagine a lot of people. Actually, one guy commented. I think it was Dobbsy commented that the hindsight type recap ones are actually quite interesting to him because obviously I'm able to analyze my own battles and my own mistakes, which is not something I can really do when I'm live streaming. I spend most of the time trying to be somewhat entertaining so you guys don't fall asleep. And as a result, I don't really take much in. Yeah, I've really fought this strangely. Really, I've made this so much harder for myself. I certainly wouldn't do this now. The one downside with Plo Koon in a Padme squad is obviously you can't take advantage of the really awesome turn meter generation. See, I should have used Plo Koon with Jedi instead of Kenobi, and I could have put Kenobi in this team. But, you know, can't really scream at my former self. Don't have a DeLorean to go back and then play this any better, I'm afraid. What's at the back there? Treya? That's unusual. I don't remember that. I do remember that we battled at the same time. Okay, he just took out... Yeah, he just took out those Night Sisters. Interesting. If I remember right, this was a nail biter and I was absolutely bricking it. I don't even know what battle I just clicked. I could not have clicked Treya, otherwise I would have just gone straight to Rebels. And I didn't even notice the team that was underneath. So about to get a surprise here from my own recap. If I'm using Palp, and I believe Calf was at the bottom. Oh, that is Calf. There we go. Yeah, that's why I'm using Palp. This might be one of the first times that I actually ran Empire versus this, though. Many of you remember my Empire are not good. I didn't really have them well modded. I didn't even have Omegas on most of them. Now I've actually rectified that. I've actually sat down and I've tried to bring a few of my teams together for Grand Arena use, to take it a little bit more seriously and play a little bit less amateur. But yeah, back at this point, I still hadn't worked on Tarkin whatsoever. I didn't have a single Omega. I don't think my tie was fully Omega'd and stuff like that. I mean, I've still got Gear 11 Vader there. Yeah, I was clearly very nervous. I've been really hesitating picking this team here. Obviously, I can see that, is it TEruO or whatever his name is, has actually played very well, and I'm flip-flopping on my own decision here. I really should have just taken Ty. I don't know why I'm hesitating so much, but look at I'm in an iron about Tarkin. No, I'm changing the entire team. I've wussed out. I've just not had faith in it, and that would have won as well. There's something I'm fully aware of now, but at the time I was clearly quite nervous. No, it looks like I've totally wussed out. I'm gonna go face something else. That's a really strange Treya team. I'm not sure what that's about. Go on then, get him, take 3PO, don't even chance this. Apparently I was really hesitant here as well about what to do. Obviously I've not cleared that bottom wall to even see what's behind it at this stage. Come on, just pick 3PO, pick R2, and mow it down. Don't be an idiot. Yes. No. What are you doing? I mean, Chewbacca's gonna put the buff on him. No, go back. Go back. Oh my word. Making this so much more complicated for myself. Ezra's going to get Chewie's buff now. This is not going to be ideal. Don't tell me this is one of the battles I screwed up. I know there are some in these recaps where... Oh my god, I'm actually going with number 4. What am I doing? Okay, normally you stun Thoron, but he's not here. I'm going to go for turn meter. Rely on the counter there. Should have gone for the turn meter on Scion, really. Gotta keep that down. Ezra's just going to get smoked. It's gear 11. What am I doing? Oh, look at that. He's fully healed. And my hand is done. He's about to die. Oh, wow. How stupid was I? This is one of those battles where I've just got greedy for banners. I bet you I was sweating big time at this point. There goes Ezra. And I don't have the buff on Luke, so I'm not even going to get assists at this point. And top it off, I'm isolated on Chewie. Ah, Chewie's shut down. Luke is not beating this. I must have screwed this up entirely and lost this battle. What an idiot. Oh, Chewie's gone. Yep. Wow. What a fool. I've just got greedy for banners and tried to undersize it stupidly. That's one of those battles, man, where I fully know what to do. I've beat that a million times and I've just done something incredibly stupid and I was probably shouting at the screen at this point. Okay, he's actually gone. See, he's taken 2 teams to beat my bugs, but he's got them. So at least I've got that buffer here, but oh, what an idiot. Rarely see TEruO on defense anymore. And I've because Thoron's not there and you know, there's no Sith Trooper or Bastila there or anything to make the team stronger, I've just tried to squeeze out an easy win. In turn, I've screwed things up and now I've actually got a much tougher battle because I've got to deal with wasting an extra team. So stupid. It's one of those decisions where, you know, like I'm in the public eye, I'm a creator, and I do stuff like that sometimes, and I just sit there and I'm like, why? I'm sure you guys can remember many occasions I've done that. Not even just like the silly ones where I accidentally put Wicket as leader or press the wrong button because my mouse is too quick. It's just where I just do stupid stuff. I mean, this team should have absolutely no problem with this. This is actually overkill at this point. I mean, TEruO does the business, but not against this team. And Palp was a direct counter to the TEruO teams at one point. Can't even get to Acolyte at this point. Alright, she's gone. Wow, that was so dumb though. I mean, that team would have taken out Calf easily. What am I going to use to face that? I have absolutely no recollection. And this is not actually the battle that I thought it was. I thought this was a different one where it was like a proper nail biter that came down to me and the guy both battling at the final second. So going into the final battle, neither of us knew what the end result was going to be. That's going to be a great one when we get to that. But yeah, I can't actually remember what this one is, other than the fact that it's clearly one where I've done some stupid stuff. Right. This is resistance against Calf. I used to run this now and then I had a really horrible battle where I think it was like 15 attacks in a row with like 99% to 100+% crit chance, and I just didn't land a single expose, and I ended up losing, and I've never used Ray since. So this in itself was a gamble for me. I don't like going back to something that's failed me based purely on RNG. I don't like RNG based teams and counters. I mean, it was a pretty bad RNG to go that many moves without a single crit, but clearly that's not one of these times. We've run through this here. If you can get things to work nicely like this and actually shut Zalbat down, it's great. But if you go up against someone who's really high tenacity Zalbat and he's just like, nah love, when you try and actually daze him or stun him or anything, things can get really nasty because resistance is so squish. They really are. And then Mission and Canderous and Zalbat just rip your team to shreds. What did he have here? Bosk. Ah, excellent. And I've just used my usual bounty hunter counter. And he's got bugs. So we've still got Rogue One above, haven't we? So it looks like I'm going to trooper the bounty hunters. It should be super easy. Super easy. Keep an eye on those TMs, see if I'll actually even drop a banner here. I mean, I shouldn't. They're not all that high geared, so it's not like I'm going to get stuck on Bosk for a while. Yeah, just Death Mark and kill him nice and fast. All that bonus damage, yeah, there he goes. Perfect run. Glorious. Do love when a plan comes together. Gear 9 range repping once again. So we got Bugs, which will be Treya. And then we got a Rogue One team at the top, and I've got Ewoks there, so they absolutely slaughter Rogue One. I'm sure most of you know that already, but if you didn't, there's another counter. Handy for those lower level players that are still kind of building Ewoks up to get their 3PO. And at that point, Rogue One and Phoenix tend to actually still be used on defense here and there. More Rogue One than Phoenix, because obviously you have to develop them further for territory battles. Wow, look at that, he just totally smoked Savage. But at least it bought me a little bit more time to get that off. Perfect. Not great banners, but you know, unless you're really fast, it's kind of hard to get great banners against that team, because they just attack so bloody much. Alright, so just Rogue One. Surely I used Ewoks. Unless this was a point where I wasn't 100% on that, I don't know. Yeah, it must have been, because I'm looking at something totally different. Okay. I mean, B2 was regularly used back in the day as a direct counter to Chase, but yeah, perhaps this must have been a time where I wasn't 100%. Or I thought I had something slightly better to use still. And the quicker we forget about that Treya battle, the better. Go on, kick him out. We haven't got a one put it's usable at this point, Damien. Yeah, get them Ewoks in. I bet I was nervous going into this battle as well, because I knew I needed a first time win. I was probably sat there at that point thinking, what do their kits do? Okay, this one's got, we got some turn meter reduction, we got turn meter generation, we've got days. This should work well, right? And then just gone in and just given it a shot. As many of you know, I don't really watch any of the other creators. I don't really have time. All my free time spent making videos for you. So as a result, this is just one of those ones where it was just thinking on my toes, and yeah, theory crafting on the go. You can see by the way I'm playing, I'm quite hesitant in my moves, trying to figure what I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, it's just a perfect kit that's a counter for this. But considering I never face Rogue One, or if I do, I've actually got a decent team left over. I wouldn't come across this. Normally my Ewoks are used against First Order, and if I do happen to come across Rogue One, I've normally got a powerful team remaining because I haven't done something so stupid like I just did against Treya, and would just bully my way through with a rebel team or something along them lines. That's it, just smash bays. There he goes, and crush TEruO. We do need some good banners for this, because yeah, he did alright. It's quite a survivable team. We got 57. God, did I win this one? That's going to be really close. Oh yeah, we did. We won it by 2 banners. Man, that is a... I cut that really, really close. I don't know if I even deserve the win after that Treya battle, to be fair. He's probably going to be feeling quite frustrated after he sees this replay, because he would have had no idea. Usually my opponents are watching me. He wouldn't have had the chance to. But there we go. I won that entire bracket, guys. Best get to the next bracket with the next video. Till next time, we out of here.